For years, our society has been engineering discomfort out of our lives. We seek warmth, we seek ease, but what if that comfort is actually making us weaker, more stressed, and less resilient? I tried cold showers for 14 days. Here's what the science says actually happened. Look, I get it. When I first heard about cold showers, I thought it was just for extreme athletes or those Iceman types. The idea of voluntarily freezing myself every morning sounded awful. But after diving into the science, I realized the biggest benefits don't come from ice baths or sitting in a frozen lake. They come from a simple, daily habit. In this video, we're going to break down my 14-day journey, the brutal first few days, the surprising shift that happened midway, and the long-term changes that actually stuck. Let's break this down. The shock phase, days 1 to 3, conquering your mind. The first 72 hours were, honestly, brutal. My body was screaming, get the hell out, but the secret to getting through it isn't about physical toughness, it's a mental game. Here's the thing, think of this less like a shower and more like a workout for your willpower. Every time you force yourself to do something uncomfortable, you're conquering your inner bitch, you're training your brain to think less, do more. This isn't about pain, it's about proving to yourself that you're in charge, not your urges. So, how do you actually do it without giving up? Don't start with a full cold shower. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, use this simple method. 1. Take your normal, warm shower. 2. Right at the end, turn the dial to cold. 3. Endure it for just 30 seconds. A randomized controlled trial in the Netherlands found that just 30 seconds of cold at the end of a shower was enough to significantly reduce sick days from work. You don't need more than that to start, and the reward is immediate. The moment you step out, your body starts to warm itself up, creating this incredible, euphoric feeling like the first sip of hot coffee on a cold day. This is fueled by a massive release of dopamine, a feel-good neurotransmitter that studies show can skyrocket by 250%. That's 2.5 times your baseline, a natural high that can last for hours. It's a powerful, productive tone for your entire day. That initial dopamine hit is the reward that gets you through the fire. But once the mental battle is won, the real, deep-level changes begin to happen in your body's engine room. If you're ready to stop letting discomfort control you and want more science-backed strategies to engineer a better life, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We release new videos every week breaking down complex science into simple, actionable habits. The adaptation phase, days 4 to 9, rewiring your metabolism. Around day 4, something incredible started to happen. The shock wasn't as intense. I felt warmer, faster. This wasn't just in my head anymore. My body was physically rewiring its internal furnace. Let's talk about the science of brown fat. Most of us think of fat as the white stuff we want to get rid of. But we also have something called brown fat, or brown adipose tissue. You can think of it as your body's inner heater. The reason it's brown is that it's packed with mitochondria, the tiny energy factories in your cells. When you get cold, these factories go into overdrive, burning fuel to generate heat. We're born with a lot of it to stay warm, but as we get older and live in perfectly temperature-controlled environments, it disappears. As leading researcher Dr. Susanna Soberg says, we've essentially traded in our brown fats for white fats. Cold exposure is the switch that tells your body to fire up this furnace. So how do you build more of this healthy brown fat? Consistency. Each 30-second blast of cold tells your body, hey, I need you. This is where habit science comes in. Forget the myth that it takes 21 days. Research by health psychologist Philippa Lally shows it takes, on average, 66 days for a new habit to become automatic. The key takeaway? Missing a day doesn't reset your progress. The study found that making a mistake once or twice has no measurable impact on your long-term habits. Just get back to it. You are literally building a new metabolic engine, one cold shower at a time. The payoff during this phase is a noticeable shift in energy. You'll feel more awake, more alert, and ready to tackle your day. That morning fog starts to lift before you've even had coffee. This is your brown fat activating, burning through glucose and fat from your bloodstream as fuel to generate heat. But rewiring your metabolism is only half the story. The real reason this habit becomes a superpower isn't what it does for your body, but what it does to your perception of every other stressor in your life. The breakthrough phase, days 10 to 14, building unbreakable resilience. By the end of the second week, the cold shower was no longer a challenge to be endured. It had become a tool I could use. And that's when I noticed the most profound benefit of all, a complete shift in how I handled stress. The science behind this is a concept called hormesis. Think of it like a vaccine for stress. You're intentionally giving your body a small, controlled dose of a stressor, the cold, in a safe environment. This micro-stress trains your nervous system to become more resilient. When a real, uncontrolled stressor pops up later in your day, a tough meeting, a frustrating email, your body is already primed to handle it. It doesn't overreact. The how here isn't about shower technique, it's about observation. Start noticing how you react to daily frustrations. Do you feel less overwhelmed? Do you have more mental clarity and focus when things get chaotic? That's the real magic of this habit. You're not just tolerating the cold, you're learning to stay calm in the middle of a storm, a skill that transfers to every other part of your life. The ultimate payoff is a deep sense of confidence and control. You start your day with the affirmation, if I can do the cold water, then I can take on anything today. You've already done the hardest thing you'll do all day, and you did it by choice. That feeling is unstoppable. So, what did I really learn after 14 days? The cold is a powerful tool for your metabolism and your mind, but the temperature is not the most important part. The real transformation comes from building the habit of intentionally choosing discomfort. It's a daily act of discipline that proves you are in control, so here is my challenge to you. Don't worry about ice baths or 10-minute plunges. Just start here. For the next 14 days, end your morning shower with just 30 seconds of cold water. That's it. That's the habit. If you've tried cold showers, drop a comment below and share the biggest change you've noticed. I read all of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.